Like many black women of my generation, I was raised with the ethos that I had to work twice as hard than my counterparts just to be recognised, yet alone get ahead. This meant I was constantly on the go, constantly feeling the pressure to hustle and perform, which led to my last bout of career burnout, and I knew I had to do things differently. It was then I realised I don't have to follow the conventional path of success. I could define my own measures and go at my own pace. So, in today's episode, I'm going to share how I did it. You're listening to This Woman Can. I'm your host, Janice Sutherland, where I help mature professional black women take charge of their careers and lives to create a future on their terms. Hey, and welcome back to this week's edition of This Woman Can. I am your host, Janice Sutherland, career strategist for mature black women. And today we're diving into a topic that is very near and dear to my heart: the power of going at your own pace. For the past couple of weeks, I have been really feeling out of sorts and not moving my usual frenetic pace, always on the go. And we all know that feeling, the pressure to constantly hustle, climb the ladder faster and never slow down. Society bombards us with messages about achievement, productivity, and the never-ending quest for that perfect life on social media. But what if I told you that the key to true success, should I say, might actually lie in something entirely different? I'm talking about finding your own rhythm. So take a deep breath with me. Now, let's imagine for a moment that this relentless pursuit of achievement isn't the only path to fulfillment. We're all wired differently. Some of us thrive in the whirlwind of a bustling startup or a jam-packed social calendar. For many others, me included, magic happens in the quiet moments of focused work, deep reflection, and the space to create without the constant pressure to keep up. Constantly comparing your journey to somebody else's perfectly curated Instagram social media feed is just going to bring you down. The truth is, there's no one size fits all path to happiness or achievement. So let's ditch the external pressures and tune into our own internal compass. So what exactly happens when we view embracing our own pace as the ultimate power move? Well, loads of things. There's sustainable progress, because have you ever tried to run a marathon at a sprinter's pace? I have, and trust me, you burn out fast. The same goes for life goals. By working at a pace that feels manageable and realistic for you, just you'll be more likely to stick with your goals over the long haul, because that's what this is about. It's about progress, not perfection. And sustainable progress is key to lasting achievement. So imagine building your dream career brick by brick with the stamina to see it through, rather than a shaky foundation built in a very fast frenzy that you can't appreciate. We're looking at quality over quantity, because rushing through tasks often leads to sloppy work, missed deadlines, and a general feeling of overwhelm. When you give yourself the space to focus and take your time, you can ensure that you're putting out your best work. And this applies to everything from that presentation at work to that passion project you're finally tackling in your free time. And whether it's a meticulously crafted business proposal or that stunning piece of art, quality work speaks for itself, and it speaks in volumes. Reduce stress. The constant pressure to keep up with the Joneses, or that imaginary deadline, or whatever it is you're telling yourself in your head, can take a really serious toll on your mental health. When you prioritise your well-being and listen to your body's needs for those breaks it needs, I've talked about that when I experienced my last burnout, you'll be surprised at how much more energised and focused you become. Chronic stress can cloud your judgment and sap your creativity. By taking care of yourself, you'll be operating at your peak capacity. There's increased self-awareness because slowing down allows you to tune to that inner voice and understand what truly motivates you. This inner awareness, this self-awareness, is essential for setting goals that resonate with you, not goals based on external pressures or what you think other people think you should be doing. When you know your why, you'll be unstoppable. And maybe it's the desire to help others, the drive to create something beautiful, or the simple satisfaction of mastering a new skill. Knowing what your motivations, your core motivations are, is the fuel that propels you forward. So after all that, how do we actually go about embracing our own pace, especially when the world is often telling us to go faster, speed up, don't slow down? I'm going to give you some actionable tips. Start with identifying your limits because we all have them. We all have our breaking points, and the first step is acknowledging what yours are. Are you an early bird? Do you like to do things first thing, or are you a night owl? Do you need long stretches of focused work time or shorter bursts with break in between? You know what works for you, so recognize your natural rhythms and structure your day accordingly wherever you can. Maybe that means batching similar tasks together, like I like to batch record podcasts sometimes, or scheduling important meetings for times when your energy is at its highest, not the afternoon after a big lunch when you know you're going to fake out. Set smart goals. Now, I know it's cliched, I know, but setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals are your friends. Big vague goals like get healthy or be successful can be overwhelming. So break them down into smaller, more manageable steps that you can celebrate along the way. For example, instead of telling myself to walk more, I set a goal of walking 4 miles every other day. And now it's such a habit that even my husband knows my schedule. I said before, listen to your body and your mind, because your body is always sending you signals. There's little things that, things like, are you constantly dragging yourself out of bed? Is it hard to get up in the morning? Is your mind foggy? These might be signs you need to slow down, take a break, or delegate a task. Don't be afraid to adjust your schedule as needed. Listen to your body. And I want you to remember that no, N-O, that 2-letter word, is a complete sentence. Set those boundaries. It's tough, but it's an essential skill for anyone who wants to own their pace. It's okay to politely decline requests that would overload you or pull you away from your priorities. Protecting your peace, your time, your energy allows you to focus on what truly matters. And talking of that, embrace the power of off. Being on 24/7 is a recipe for burnout, so schedule downtime in your day, unplug from technology in the evenings, and for goodness sake, take your vacations, take your annual leave. This allows your mind and your body to recharge and come back feeling refreshed and ready to tackle your goals. And remember, you are enough. There will always, always, always be people who seem to be accomplishing more faster, doing more, doing it better. But comparing yourself to others is a surefire way to derail your progress. Focus on your journey, your own journey, nobody else's, just yours. Celebrate your wins, no matter how big, no matter how small, how micro, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be at this moment in time. So I'm going to give you some homework this week. This week, I challenge you to take one step towards owning your pace. Maybe it's scheduling a relaxing bath after work, delegating a task you've been dreading, or simply saying no to something that doesn't align with your priorities. Remember, those small changes can lead to huge, big results. So that's it. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of owning your pace. I hope it empowers you to move through life at a rhythm that feels right for you. If you have any thoughts or experiences you'd like to share, don't forget you can always drop me an email at info@janicesutherland.com or connect with me on social media at I am Janice Sutherland. And always remember, if I can, you can, this woman can. Take care until next time. Thanks for listening. If you got something from this week's episode, please let me know. Better yet, share it with your friends, colleagues, and anyone you know who can benefit from this message. Don't forget to subscribe or write a review and connect with me at my website janisutherland.com, where you can also subscribe to the This Woman Can newsletter or connect with me on LinkedIn. Remember, you have the wisdom, resilience, authenticity and power to create a life on your terms. And if I can, you can, this woman can. Take care until next time.